Good evening. Hi Meenakshi. Welcome. Very good evening. Hi Vasanti. Welcome. Hi Sushila. Good evening. Hi Sujita. Good evening. And you have shared a beautiful work. Hats off. Good evening Anuradha. How are you? Okay, let us begin the session. Welcome to Jai Narayan Creations. And today we will be doing a Tanjore style of painting on a board. So far we have been doing it on the fabric, and now in this session it will be on a board. Tanjore style on a board. Okay, and it is going to be a sun god. Good evening, Sharada ma'am. Hi Mayank. Good evening. Good evening, Samyukta. Very good evening. Okay, before I start, I want to inform you very happy and hi Vasanti, good evening. So these are the new pastel shades introduced by Fevicryl. 6 in numbers, comes in a kit. So you have a box of 6 colors. We'll show you the colors. Beautiful ones, the pastel shades. We have soft peach, buttercup yellow, mint green, lavender, lavender purple, aqua blue, and pale lavender purple, aqua blue, and pale pink. Okay, these are 6 colors which comes in the pack, and this is very economical, and it is only 150 rupees. And I am coming up with a beautiful article using these products. So the date will be on 19th August, and I have planned for a workshop, and the workshop is going to be for a closed group, for a select audience. So you have to, the details I will share it in the group. Those who are interested can join the workshop. So try to get these materials, that is especially the colors, and the other materials required for the same will be shared with you in due course. Okay, just a pack will do. Buy a pack first. We will do an article, 1 or 2 articles in the session, and then you can create on your own later. So this I want to share it to you before we start the session. And the next one is, as usual, the participants who have shared their creations. Let me share the work and the names also to you. Hi Vasanti ma'am, good evening. Hi Vasanti Krishnan, good evening. No issues ma'am, these videos are available in my YouTube channel. You can watch it at your convenient time. Okay. Hi Padma, good evening. Okay, now this is Mrs. Vasanti's work. She has done it on a blue sari. On the pallu, 2 peacocks, kalamkari style. She has not given the outline yet to give, so she will be completing in a day. Okay. Then we have Samyukta's work. The other day she has just shared the beginning of the thing, and now she has completed giving the background also for the design. So she has given the she has done the motifs with the black background, and this is her tops. Hats off to you both. And then we have Suchita ma'am's work also. She has done it on a dupatta, and it is a video. All over the dupatta she has done it. Beautifully done. Good and neat work. Now she is on a dilemma whether to go with a black background or not. So it is up to her. She can decide and complete the work in case if she wants to give black. Otherwise this itself is looking very pretty and awesome. So you might as well as use it as it is. Okay, fine. Now we will start the session. These are some of the persons who have shared their creations. Very happy to note. Okay. Now we will begin the session. Now you need the materials required for today's session will be an MDF board, and then you need chalk powder. I'll just show you. You can either use Bombay chalk powder or French chalk powder. Bombay chalk powder will be of this color, and that is half white, and the French chalk powder will be pure white in color. So any one you can use. Anyhow we are going to stick the gold sheet on top of it, so any one of these you can use. And for mixing these two we need a binder. Okay, so for the binder we need, since it is a Tanjore painting and we will be using the original gold foil, these are the Arabic gum which comes in the pebble forms. You need to powder it thorough nicely and then soak it in water. So after powdering the pebbles, you just soak it in water like this and keep stirring it every now and then, so that because it takes more time to get dissolved. So you have to stir it once in 10 minutes rather, and then this will become like a thick honey sort of. So when you get that stage, that is when it gets dissolved and it is very thick, and here you should not add more water, just very little of water should be added to this. In case if it becomes very thick, later on you can add little more water also. But earlier when you are making the thing, when you are soaking it, please do not add more water, okay, because it loses binding capacity. So better not to add too much of water. And then, so once this is dissolved, you have to filter it with the muslin cloth. So after filtration, this will be the consistency. It's like honey, no dust in it. At least minimum 2 times you have to filter the solution. So this is the first step of soaking the pebbles, that is Arabic gum, in water, and then filtering it. Okay, so we will be using at every step, we will be using only this Arabic gum, not any other stuff. If you don't mind, you can share it here, Padma. I will note it down. Okay, because I don't find your this thing number in my Facebook. When you message it, I don't find it at all. So I repeat, this is Arabic gum soaked in water, nicely powdered and soaked in water. and once this gets dissolved completely, then you filter it and get a paste like this, neither thick nor too thin. So it should be like this, flowing consistency. This will be used at every stage of our work. Understood? So those who are new, you can make a note of it. Now we will mix and get ready with the mixture, and before that you take an MDF board. Today let me use the white powder, that is French chalk powder. If you want, you can use Bombay, that is a putty chalk which is readily available in the nearby hardware shop and which is very economical. I think the 1 kg cost you around 20 rupees. That's it. Okay. Hi Seshu Kumari, good evening. So now before we start, what you must do is, here I have taken an MDF board. So this is the MDF board I have taken, and then the next step is you have to mix the powder, that is the chalk powder or the French chalk powder, any one of these, with Fevicol SH, not with MR but with SH. Mix both of them together and bring it to a thicker consistency. That I am not going to do today, I am just telling it orally. Bring it to a thicker consistency and then coat it on the board using a flat brush like this. So just see how smooth it is. So you have to prepare the board. Okay, just coat it on the board, get ready with the board, leave it to dry completely, and then you start tracing the design. And the design for today's session is this one. Okay, a sun with the akshara, the Ashtamangala symbol, the akshara O, and then we have the running designs for the corners also. And these spaces will carry stones, outer, inner and innermost. Okay, that is left to you. Stone fixing is left to you, and you can use either 4 mm or 5 because quite a bigger bow. So 4 or 5 will be apt for this and not 3 because 3 will be very small. So don't use the size of the board for this. The one which I have taken is 11 inches by 11 inches. So I have traced it also. This is 11 inches by 11 inches board. Then the next step is to mark the center of the board. Same way, mark the center on the paper also. Then place the paper exactly over the board so that all the 4 sides, the lines coincide and it is exactly placed in the center. Once this is placed, using a black carbon, you can trace the design. Understand? You can use yellow carbon also, but it will be too light to see. So better to use black carbon. Don't give too much of pressure. With light pressure, you can trace the design. In case if you are not able to see it properly, later on you can just draw on top of it. Okay, so make it as light as possible. So these are the first steps, preliminary ones with which you have to get ready for the board work. Okay. Hi Nagakumari, hi Basha, good evening. Okay, so these are the things now we will be doing on the board. Before we start the board, we need to get ready with the mix. And to fill the mix, here we are not going to use the brush, but we will be filling the mix into a paper cone, plastic paper cone. This is a milk cover. So I have made cones and you have to fill the mix into it. And at a time for this size board, you need about 4 to 6 cones. So keep all the 6 cones ready and start with your work. Don't keep on mixing every now and then. So you mix a good quantity, fill all the cones, get ready with that and start your work so that it gets completed within a day. 1 day is for preparing the board, 2nd day for the cone work, 3rd day for fixing the gold. And if time permits, you can complete the background and other stone fixing, everything on the same day also. So maximum 3 or 4 days you can complete it without any disturbances. Okay. Then we need for the gold, these are original Tanjore painting gold. A little expensive when compared to the duplicate ones. You get it in two different size. One is the bigger one and you get a smaller ones also. So these are original Tanjore painting gold foils. Okay. So you need these foils also. Of course, that is only towards the end. And you need a scissors to cut the foil and some poster colors for coloring. The colors, what are the colors we will be using, I'll let you know tomorrow in the next session. If time permits, we will have the session tomorrow to complete the work, or else we will have it on Monday. Okay. In case if you are not able to, suppose if you are not, if you don't get the clarity on the board, then using the acrylic color, either orange or Indian red, you can just outline it. Okay, that also can be done. After tracing it, you can do the work. In case you will be, suppose you are not in a position to continue the work continuously, then you can do that also. Fine. Now we will start. For mixing, always use a plastic bowl. And here, as I told you, I am going to use the French chalk powder. Just take, to fill in a cone of this size, just the half a liter pack milk cover, you need to mix only just 2 spoons. I think this will be, that's it. Okay, enough for a cone. And then add little by little the gum. Just add gum to it. Do not add water in the beginning. In case if you find there is little the mixture is little thicker, then add a drop or 2 of water. Just mix it, and the consistency is most important in this. I'll just show you at what stage you have to stop adding the gum. This is little watery. Okay. So now I will add some more powder, raw powder to this. There should not be any lumps. See to it that you get a smooth, creamy paste. See, this powder, you get it in the hardware shop. Both the French chalk powder and the Bombay chalk powder. Bombay chalk powder will be little darker in color. This is French, which is pure white in color. Okay, these are very fine powder which they normally add it with the talcum powder. And I request you all not to use marble powder. Okay, because we are using the original gold foil for Tanjore painting. It is not the raw foil, so better not to use marble powder. Use only putty chalk, which is very, very economical, which you get it in a nearby shop, a hardware shop, or the French chalk powder. I have added little extra gum, so I am adding little by little to compensate, adding little by little raw powder to it. This powder will be around 30 to 40 rupees, whereas putty chalk will be around 25. Now this is the right consistency. Now here what you must do is, once you are ready with the paste, just keep stirring it nicely till you get a creamy paste. Beat it nicely. Okay. Bring all the in together. Hi Meena, good evening. It should be like an ice cream, so soft, smooth and creamy. No lumps at all. You can save it before you start the work, the powder, because it might have some particles, dirts in it. Yes, now this is the right consistency. Now just do like this and take this spoon out. See how it's falling down. This will be the right consistency for this particular work. Okay. Now you need to fill the cone. Just see the mix. See here. In case if there are any lumps, then the hole might get blocked. So better not to have any lumps in it. Mix it thoroughly and then fill the cone. That's it. Okay. And you can reserve this for 2 or 3 days. You just fill the cone and put it in an airtight container. Keep it in the fridge. You can use it for 3 days. And later on it becomes little watery. Better not to use it. You just discard it. Or else you will take it out from the cone. And then with little more extra gum and powder, you mix it again and then refill the cone. And these cones, you can again and again, you can refill once it gets over. But here, in case if you want to do it very systematically and properly, then better to have about 5 to 6 cones ready with you. Okay. Otherwise, you have to mix now and then refill the cone. And to seal it, we need rubber bands. Okay. Just see air bubbles. So break it. This is Arabic gum and the chalk powder. Just fill the cone. I repeat, I am coming up with a workshop for a closed group in FB. For those who are interested in doing an article with a new Fevicryl product, new pastel shades, please get ready with the materials which will be shared to you in due course, and we will do 1 or 2 articles. Okay. And first preference will be given to those who have already done the workshop a month ago with me and have submitted the creations. Okay, fine. Now I have filled the cone. Now while closing it, keep the cone like this, V-shaped. Make a fold here. This is my way of filling the cone and keeping it ready. Okay. Then again fold it in the center from right side, then left side, then bring both the things together and then lock it up. Now the cone is ready. Once this gets over, you can fill it again. But I don't do that. I keep about 5 to 6 numbers ready and then try to complete the work as fast as possible. Done. This is over. This we don't need. And these are the cones which I have already ready with. Okay. And the workshop date is 19th August. I don't know, Samyukta, because it keeps fluctuating. The rate of the gold you have to find out. It is available through online also you can get. So you have to search for it. And since this is going to be the filling, what you need to do is you need to first squeeze little bit and see whether the consistency is good. Yes, it is good, but the opening is very small, so I need to cut it open. Make the die a little bigger. Yes, this will be fine for filling. Okay. Done. Now we will start, always to start from the center, because you have designed the center as well as towards the corners also. So you try to finish off the center first and then shift yourself to the corners by turning the board and filling it up. Now what you do is draw the outline first. Just follow the design. I think I can cut open the null thing. Let me just do it. Okay, done. I'll make it little more bigger so that I can do it little faster. Yes. Once the outline is done, start filling the gaps. Just from one end to the other end. You can touch the board. Those who have done Tanjore painting and relief art with the marble powder, I think this will be very easy for them. And for the others, just follow the technique and then the proportion for mixing. Just very gently and closely you move the cone from one end to the other end. Come back again. Actually, this is the design given to me by my student. She learnt it from me. She gave me the design and she learned the work from me. So I am using the same design. It is not my own design. Must be someone else's. This is a different style in Tanjore painting. Original thing, there also we follow this kind of filling, but the steps are all different. Now shake the board, just tap it so that it sets on its own. Okay, and smooth also. Then start filling the other places also. Once this has become little loose, so you can shift the thing or add one more rubber band little lower so that the cone becomes tight enough and the flow is also perfect. Okay. Just do the outline always first. And then start filling the gap. Don't raise the height too much, let it be medium. Now you shake the board. Okay. Now here I am going to just draw only the corners because I want to stud a stone here. Just do only the outline. Later on we can fix a stone there. Now this will be filled up. Okay. When you have a turn, lift the cone up and then slowly you bring it down and then complete the design. Any doubt? You all have seen the consistency. One second. I'll get this in water. So you should know the consistency, how to mix the gum and the powder, and to get ready with the gum also. Now if you feel it is not flat and smooth, what you do is, suppose if you feel this the first one what we did is not perfect, here it is okay, but in case when you do it, when you get some ups and downs and the filling is not perfect, in that case you just dip your finger, wet your finger like this with water, and then on top wherever you find there is some disturbances, just keep your wet finger on top and then make it perfect. This should be done a little, maybe after 1 or 2 minutes. Now this is perfect. Now here you shake the board and then with a wet finger try to flatten, not flatten but make it uniform. See, nothing happens. Done. Hi Shanta, good evening. In the cone it is a mixture of fried chalk powder and Arabic gum. Okay, now here for the stones. Around this akshara there are two parallel lines in circular form, so that where I am going to stud stones. So what you do is you draw the outline first, just lift the cone, because I am taking a turn here, so you need to lift it and slowly you go down like this and you can continue. Otherwise what you do is you can turn the board and then continue from the other end also. Again a turn, so I am lifting the cone up. As far as possible, make it a continuous line. Okay, now the next line. The parallel one. See how I am lifting it up. Perfect consistency, so the cone doesn't break at all in the middle. Okay, anything extra can be removed. Now coming to the race, each one should be filled up, or else you can have stones for the elongated triangular ones, and for the curved ones you can fill the mixture. But here I am going to use only the filling. So follow the shape perfectly, outline it first and then start filling it up. You should not do the outline for everything first and then start filling. No, do one by one. Try to do the outline, do the filling, and then move on to the next portion. There is some block here, must be because of the dirt in the powder. Yes, now it's perfect. In the original style, we normally do it with the brush, the filling and all. But here, I'm just teaching the other way around, which is also equally good and easier. Okay. Then we have a triangular one. Draw the outline. Make it pointed, the tip. And then start filling it up. Give pressure over here so that the flow is perfect, uniform, and the filling is also correct. Okay. Done. The shaking should be done every time when you do. Even if it is a very small filling, better do it. And finally, you just give a smooth finish with the wet finger. Any doubts till here? Now, for those who have missed the thing, now this is a wet finger. I'm just adjusting in case if there are any absent dents. Okay. Done. Now next step, for the stone effect, just divide them into squares. So cut a line like this at equal intervals. Draw a line with a cone. And complete the full circle. Okay. Then coming to the outer circle, same way follow for the rest. You need to fill it up. Now coming to the outer, once again this is going to be studded with stones. So draw the outermost circle. Here also we are going to fix stones, or else you can keep dots also. So when you are keeping the dots, don't hold the cone upright, but place it sideways and then make a dot like this. Otherwise stones. Understood? It is difficult to take it off, so immediately you remove the thing. This dividing the two lines into equal squares should be done immediately soon after you draw the parallel lines. Understand? Don't wait for it to dry. Then the finishing may not be good. Done. Now I will continue and then do the partitions. Just see the finish. Okay. Now coming to the corners. Hi. Just draw the outline. Make the circle perfect. Now in the center also make one more circle. I have not drawn, but I want to add one more stone over there, and then make dots. Hold the cone sideways and then you do it. So I'm making the cone little more this thing, or I'll take one more cone. So first you check whether the hole is perfect, and then okay. Hi Vedavali, good evening. Okay, if you are interested, then I will share the details. You can get ready with the materials. Okay. Now, for these running designs, when you look at the picture, you can see some. This is the bigger circle which I have done right now. Then I made a small circle here and then placed dots around it. Okay. Then all these things should be just filling. So what you do is you have the bigger one. Do the bigger ones, all the bigger ones first. All the bigger curves. Wait for it to dry and then add the smaller ones to it. Okay. So that these two will not get mixed. So you'll have two different, the work is perfect. So this will help you a lot towards the end when you draw the outline with the black. So do the bigger ones first. Here you have a bigger curve. Do this, then do this, and then you can do this. And all these three dries, only you need to add the smaller ones, the comma strokes. Okay. Hi Manjula, good evening. Hi Venkateshri Gauri. Venkateshri Gauri, please directly message your WhatsApp number to me. My page is Jayashree19, Jayashree Narayan in the Facebook. You can WhatsApp your number, you can message your number over there. I will add you in the group, okay? And further notifications and other details will be flashed in the group. Okay, now for this, just here there is no need for you to draw the outline. Instead, you can start filling the design directly, and slowly you can move the cone because it's a very small patch, right? So no need for the outline first. Just direct filling is more than enough. Then shake it well. The bigger one I have done. Then similarly the other side. Just fill the head and then the tail followed by it. This is head and tail. Always start from the head and move to the tail. Sorry. I forgot to note it. What is that, Basha? What workshop, ma'am? Yeah, Basha. See, I'm coming up with a workshop with the newly launched pastel shades by Fevicryl. Okay, it is not paid, but you have to get the materials. It will be only in the Facebook for a close audience. Okay, those who submit, share the materials picture will be given a chance to attend the workshop, and you have to create a piece what is taught in the group, and finally, we will have the session. Okay. It is not paid, it's a free workshop. Now I can complete this. This would have by now this would have set. Just slowly you take the cone, then come back again, filling the gap and getting the proper shape of it, what you have drawn over there. Okay, and you can try to adjust like this without squeezing, but with the tip of the cone you can adjust it. And here also a big head and a tail. Done. Big tail and a head and a tail. Okay, Vasanthi, very good. We'll share the details soon, and the workshop date is 19th August. It's on a Saturday. Okay, and it will be held in the Facebook closed group, like normally how we do. Is it clear till now? Any doubt? Okay, now we did the first one. Okay, the bigger one we have done. Now you have small attachment to it. So try to do the attachments over there. A head and a tail. Wipe the tip. Done. Now here also around the big circle. Yeah, you're most welcome, Vasni ma'am. Please do join. We'll share the details. These are ideal for gifting, and it works out cheaper also. The one which we are doing right now. Only the thing is, framing is little expensive, but never mind. That's only once in a time now, so you can. See, you don't find any dent here. Just see the filling. Understand? If you don't fill it properly, and after filling, if you don't shake the board, you have ups and downs. So to avoid that, you do the filling first, then shake the board, and even after that you can just wet your finger like this and give a slight washing like this. Okay, and just see the finger, nothing happens. Okay, and here also we have small head and tail. Just make these are 2 lines, but I am filling it. Okay. This should look like a real solid gold. After pasting the gold, this muck work, we call it as muck work in Tanjore painting, should be like a solid gold. So that's why I'm again and again I'm repeating, don't try to get bends, fill it, the dents, fill it properly. At places the head and tail will be short and small, and some places they are very big. Arabic gum is a binding factor, and on a board like this, better not to use Fevicol. Okay, it might chip off. So because it is a very good binder, Arabic gum. So that is why we use Arabic gum for Tanjore painting. We don't use Fevicol at all. Only for the preparation of the board we use Fevicol, and after that we don't even touch Fevicol. So according to the shape, you can turn the board and try to fill the design, thereby getting the proper shape. Then we have the border line also, where we will fix stones. Draw the border. After the border is drawn, you find some gaps. There and all you can add head and tail strokes. These are not in the picture, but you can add, so that in one way you are filling up the gap. In another one, when you fix the gold, it looks very rich also. Just the head, then the tail, that's it. The head and then the tail. Okay. Now here also we can add 2 more head and tail. Done. And this side, head, tail. Just fill the gaps. So make it very grand. These fillings are not there in the design. I am adding it right now. And here you can add dots also. Now to the border, let us fix. I told you we will be using 4 or 5 number stones, right? So the gap has to be, the distance between the 2 lines should be more. So draw a parallel line at the bottom. Now divide them. let it be bolder. So that's why I made a cut, because the lines were very thin. Done. Just a thick paste, that's it. Okay, no ratio as such, because we are using the raw powder. I don't follow any ratio, so you can mix it and then give a base coat for the board. Okay, Vasanti? Understood? Now for those who joined late, let me do one or two over here, and then we will wind up the session. The rest will be continued in the next class. Draw the outline first. And when you have curves, lift the cone and then bring it down. Now you fill it up. Done. Then shake it, and after 1 or 2 minutes with a wet finger you can just wipe it. Okay, if you give a gentle touch, then it becomes smooth, but that is it's mandatory, you have to do that. Done. What I did right now, and this is some time ago, and it is perfect, I should say. Okay, anything else I've understood, right? If you want, I can do this, I can complete a portion of the circle. And whenever you do the circle or a straight line where you have to fix stones, that is two parallel lines, do the dividing immediately. Just lift the cone. There is a curve, right? So lift the cone up and then you touch the board. Now before these two lines dry, you need to do the dividing part. Understood? Now just see this board, how smooth it is. This is also very, very smooth. And this is another one. We need not have to smoothen it. It is perfect, very smooth. No cracks, no lumps, nothing. Perfect to start a work. This is chalk powder with Fevicol, SH, okay, not MR. So any doubt here? Remember Vasanti, it is not MR, it is SH, because MR is has less binding factor, whereas SH is very strong, and it gives the base is little sturdy, and when you do the muck work on top of it, it doesn't chip off. Remember that. And for the muck work, it is Once again, either the chalk powder, Bombay chalk powder or French chalk powder mixed with Arabic gum and not Fevicol. If you mix it with Fevicol, then there is a little chance of these small portions being chipped off. So to avoid that, better use Arabic gum. And once again, I'll just repeat, the Arabic gum comes in pebbles like this, small pebbles. Just powder it. Okay. After powdering it, you soak it in water, not too much of water, very less, and then mix it thoroughly. Takes about this much of thing itself takes 2 days time to get dissolved. Once it is dissolved, you need to filter it, strain it on a muslin cloth, and then you get the gum like honey. Okay, this consistency is more than enough. This is not too watery. This is perfect. Even if it gets solidified also later on when not in use, you can add 1 or 2 drops of water, leave it aside, again you can mix it properly and then start using it. Okay. Any other doubt? So this is regarding the Arabic gum, the raw gum soaked in water, and the filtered one ready to use. So these are the 3 things, and apart from this, you need either Bombay chalk powder or French chalk powder. Bombay chalk powder is half white in color, whereas French chalk powder is pure white in color. So I have used French chalk powder here with Arabic gum. Understood? Any doubt? Please let me know. So we will wind up now, and we will have the session on Monday evening, same time 5 o'clock, where we will try to complete it as far as possible. Okay. So thank you so much for joining, and do join my next workshop, companies workshop, with the new pastel shades. And these are the shades available in the market. They have launched it, so it is available everywhere. You get a pack. This is only 150 rupees. The original price is 180, and now they are giving introductory offer 30 rupees less. So this is 150. Thank you so much, and I'll be using all the cones. I need all the 5 cones. Already I have prepared 4. One I prepared in front of you. So all the 5 cones I'll be using. So you also try to make few numbers of cones filled with the mix and complete the work continuously. Okay, don't postpone it. Try to complete it and share it also as usual. So which will be very much appreciated. So keep creating. Take care and bye bye. See you soon on Monday, same time at 5 p.m. Thank you so much. I will just show it a little closer. You can all have a look at it. Understood? Just shake it like this to get a perfect finish, especially the smooth filling sort. Thank you, Samyukta. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you soon.